Now, from the Lowcountry's news leader, this is Live 5 News.
We are keeping an eye on the tropics, keeping an eye on this area just off the coast of South Carolina. Could it affect our weather? We'll talk about that. Plus, we've got Paulette, we've got Renee, and another system. Yeah, the weather's busy. We'll talk about that live right now, new at 5.
Plus, new coronavirus cases at a local college. How many are active right now at the College of Charleston? Just into our Live 5 newsroom in the last hour, the state health department says there are 233 coronavirus cases associated with schools here in South Carolina.
Taking a look now at the Tri-County, 8 Charleston County schools are reporting cases. 6 schools in Berkeley County. In Dorchester District 2, DD2, 3 schools have cases of the coronavirus. And in Dorchester District 4, just 1 school is reporting the virus.
Also, just into our newsroom, the Georgetown County School District says it's moving to a hybrid learning system for weeks 3 and 4 of the new school year. The district is virtual right now for the first 2 weeks. According to the district's Facebook page, it made that decision based on state health department data, which it says it will continue to monitor. Thousands of Charleston County students returned for in-person classes today as schools reopen for their first day of school.
And for many, it was their first time back in their classroom since the state closed schools back in March. Rob Wade joins us now with a look inside one school as everyone was learning to adjust to the new normal.
Almost 12,000 students returned to school here in Charleston County today. 240 of them were right here at A.C. Cochran Elementary in North Charleston. And to make sure all the kids are keeping their distance, hundreds of these stickers have been placed throughout hallways in the school. Inside the classroom, students across the county are required to wear masks all day. Plexiglass has also been installed in most classrooms, and cleaning crews have been working around the clock to sanitize and disinfect. Another 600 students at this school started the year virtually, among the 35,000 that logged on countywide. Their teachers, who still report to their classrooms,
1, 2, 3,
are finding new ways to engage and teach. Overall, Principal Quinetta White says day 1 was a success.
We feel confident that they are safe and they can learn as well. So it is a challenge, but it is, I believe after seeing this morning, I believe that the rest of the year is going to be great.
Today was an early release day, and so will tomorrow. If you have any back to school questions, the school district is running a hotline. You can find that number on our website, live5news.com. In North Charleston, I'm Rob Way.
Rob, thank you. All students started virtually today for Dorchester District 2, DD2, through the e-learning program or through their virtual academy.
But only about a third of the students in DD2 plan to learn from home for the entire school year.
Danielle Seat has more on how the district is managing this virtual start to the school year.
Dorchester District 2 brought on a new director to pull together all of these plans for the new virtual academy. District leaders say each school looked at the number of students applying for the virtual academy, and based on those numbers, there should be enough teachers for face-to-face learning if and when that happens. Now, nearly 9,000 students out of 25,000 have signed contracts committing to the full school year in the virtual academy, which means their normal day will be structured the same as any other school day. It will just be behind a computer. The e-learning model is set up to have less daily interaction between students and teachers, but keeps the possibility of coming back face-to-face a couple times a week or every day, depending on COVID numbers. With a high incident rate and percent positive rate in Dorchester County right now, all students will be virtual for at least the first 2 weeks. And parents will be informed 2 weeks in advance if students will be transitioning to in-person learning.
Our parents have to be engaged for our students to be successful. So that partnership between the families and those open lines of communication are going to be critical for the success of our students, our teachers, and our academy.
Registration for the virtual academy is closed to give teachers time to set up those schedules for students, but they do plan to keep the virtual academy going in years to come. Reporting in Dorchester County, I'm Danielle C., Live 5 News.
And for complete details on all the local school districts' plans for this new school year, head to our website, live5news.com, and look under the Back to School and Beyond section.
Turning now to the tropics, a lot going on out there, including one system that's nearing the coast of South Carolina. Our chief meteorologist, Bill Walsh, in the First Alert Weather Center. Bill, a busy time in the tropics.
It really is. This is how busy it is. We are going to talk about that system right here. That's the #1 system off our coast. We've got Paulette, we've got Renee, we've got this other system, which actually has a very good chance of developing, and that's just getting ready to emerge off the coast of Africa. But as we get a little closer to home, this is what we're going to watch. It's about a 40% chance that this will develop into maybe a tropical depression, even a tropical storm, possibly. Dynamics not that great right now, but it is going to drift toward the west, toward the Carolina coast, and that means we might see an uptick in rain as we make our way into the end of the week. As far as the modeling, they've shifted a little further south and west. Again, we're not quite sure what this is going to be, whether it be a hybrid system, a depression, or just a low. That will continue to bring a lot of rain across coastal South Carolina. First Alert Super Doppler Max shows where all the rain is right out here. As we zoom out a little bit, let me show you that front. We also have this. It's more of a trough of low pressure and some upper level energy. That's also drifting to the west. So both of those systems are heading toward the coast, bringing rain showers at least over the next couple of days. It looks like a couple of showers right now in northern Charleston County, up into Georgetown County. Not a lot of rain right now, but certainly rain will be on the way over the next couple of days. If you've got plans the next few hours, though, if you're going to get out and get some supper, or you're going to walk the dog a little later on, 6 o'clock about 81, 7 o'clock 79, about 77 at 8 o'clock. Coming up, more on the rain ahead, so stick around.
A Latson man is behind bars in Virginia after police say he shot at cars on I-95 in North Carolina and led them on a chase into Virginia. 34-year-old Franklin Dangerfield is also accused of setting his own house on fire before that shooting and chase, which happened on Saturday. Dangerfield's house is located on Royal Road. Authorities say after setting the house on fire, Dangerfield drove off in his truck with a sawed-off shotgun. They say when he crossed the North Carolina line on I-95, Dangerfield started shooting at other cars, injuring 2 drivers by either gunfire or flying debris from those gunshots. Police say he started shooting again and led them on a high-speed chase into Virginia, where he crashed his truck. Now, deputies say they found shotgun shells and alcohol inside. Dangerfield is facing several charges, including arson, for the house fire in Latson.
6 people, including 4 from the Lowcountry, are now facing federal charges in connection to the May riots in Charleston and in Columbia. Those riots at the end of May were in response to the death of George Floyd. Federal investigators say Abraham Jenkins, Kelsey Jackson, Tara Guthrie, and Orlando King all face charges in connection with the riots in downtown Charleston on May 30th. Court dates for the suspects have not yet been scheduled. Meanwhile, a Charleston City Council member asking for more clarity about what happened the night of those May riots. There will be a discussion during tonight's City Council meeting about the city's response to those riots. Paola Tristan Arruda is listening into that meeting and has more on what the City Councilman hopes to accomplish.
Councilman Harry Griffin is asking the rest of council to hold a public hearing so people in the community can ask city leaders questions about the night of the riots. There has been a lot of opinions from City Council about what happened, and ever since the City of Charleston confirmed that charges were dropped against 27 people in connection to the day after the riots, council members have had more questions. During today's Public Safety Committee meeting, city leaders and Charleston Police Chief Luther Reynolds broke down the number of people who have been arrested, charged, and why some of those charges were dropped. But Griffin says there are still some unanswered questions. That's why he wants to make sure there is public input on this. In that Public Safety Committee meeting, Chief Reynolds says that he is planning on releasing a full report and a presentation to the Public Safety Committee about what happened that night in full detail by the end of September. And we'll have more details about tonight's City Council meeting coming up later tonight on Live 5 News at 11 o'clock. I'm Paola Tristan Arruda, Live 5 News.
Several local cities and towns are talking about their mask ordinances tonight, and that includes Mount Pleasant. Just last week, Town Council voted not to extend its mask rule, and since then, a number of town officials, including Mayor Will Haney, have criticized that decision and pushed to create a new mask rule, and that's what's going to be voted on tonight at 6 o'clock. Georgetown County, Dorchester County, and Folly Beach are also talking about possibly extending their mask ordinances tonight. We will be following all of these decisions and bring you updates on air and online. Now, for full details on where in the Lowcountry masks are required, go to live5news.com and look for this story.
The State Health Department out with its report of new coronavirus cases, and it's way down. DHEC reporting just 339 new cases today, nearly 40 of those in our area. This brings the state's total to 123,801. The State Health Department also reported a percent positive today of about 11%. That's also down a lot from a few weeks ago.
The College of Charleston says there are 84 active cases of the coronavirus in students right now. So the school is posting COVID-19 numbers on its website. According to that data, most of the active cases are in students who live off campus. There are no cases right now in employees. And right now, students are taking classes online. They're set to go back in person on Monday, September 14th.
And right now, traffic on the interstates is moving smoothly, but we are watching some slower speeds right now throughout the University Boulevard area. So expect some slower speeds through that spot. In fact, some bumper to bumper traffic there. No incidents to report in that area. 526 westbound through the Don Hall Bridge area looks great as well, moving smoothly. A bit slower right now, Ashley River Road just near the Sam Rittenberg Boulevard intersection. And then farther off to the south here, we are tracking one crash just on Stanwick Drive at Southwick Drive Road. This is out on Johns Island. Drive safely. We'll be right back.
New at 5, Charleston Southern University says it currently has 17 cases of the coronavirus. Classes are taking place in person, but students must complete daily health assessments. Alexis Simmons joining us live from the CSU campus. What's the assessment like out there, Alexis?
Well, Bill, this assessment all takes place through an app. It is called Live Safe. It allows the students here, along with the employees, to do a self-assessment, and they're looking for COVID-19 symptoms, and they have to show approval that they've passed that assessment. Now, to enter places like classrooms, the cafeteria, as well as the library, they must show that approval and take a screenshot of their results before entering those places. Now, it also asks if they've been in contact with someone with COVID-19 or if they've tested positive. The school also requires masks, social distancing, and there is no in-person chapel. It's being held virtually. There's also isolation housing on campus for students who are symptomatic and waiting for test results. 32 students are in isolation right now. 7 of them are on campus. Classes resumed here about 3 weeks ago, and there was an initial spike of about 26 cases. School officials say that was expected. As a result, CSU has canceled sports and face-to-face meetings and activities outside of the classroom for 2 weeks. Now, that 2-week period has ended today. The school has a pandemic task force and provides guidance for students if they don't pass those daily health screenings.
The students and our employees, they have a quick and easy way to reach out and say, hey, here's what I'm experiencing, and then I can follow up with them and determine if they need to quarantine, if they need to isolate, or if further follow-up is needed.
And I spoke with a student today who says this campus is one of the places that he feels the most safe. And coming up on Live 5 News at 7 o'clock, I'll show you a little bit more of what campus is like for students here. Reporting live in North Charleston, I'm Alexis Simmons, Live 5 News.
Well, right now, people here in the Lowcountry are giving the gift of life. Live 5 and 94.3 WSC are partnering with the American Red Cross for a blood drive. Lisa Wiseman live right now at Citadel Mall. And Lisa, there is always a need for blood donors, but especially now.
Oh, you got that right, Ann. And dozens of people have answered that call to come donate blood. And hey, we have a seat open for you. We're going to be here for a little bit longer until 7 o'clock tonight. Again, they've had dozens of donors so far. They're hoping to get about another 25 until 7 o'clock when this blood drive goes to it. And let me explain why it is so important this time around, especially because so many of those blood drives, they rely on schools, really a gold mine for those blood donors, to hold them, and they had to cancel all of them for the foreseeable future. So they want you to come on out and be like Kathleen right here. So you are donating right now. Tell us why you decided to come out and donate today.
Well, I know that there's a shortage, and so I was raised where if you can help somebody who's sick or in need, then you should do it. So here I am.
Are you a regular donor?
I am, and so is my husband.
And how's the process going so far for you?
Pretty good. My iron content's high, and I haven't clotted yet, so way to go.
Well, thank you so much. Good luck to you. And you can come on out again until 7 o'clock. We're in the Belk wing here of the Citadel Mall. Ann?
Lisa, thank you very much. And listen to this, all donors also get these comfy socks. I made my donation earlier today and I got these socks. They are very cute as well. So make sure you go out and give blood, and you can also rock these socks along with me.
Now, your first alert forecast from Live 5 News.
I just want to hear Ann McGill say, rock me those socks again, I think. Is that what it is? You're rocking the socks over there? Good thing to do for sure. Hey, you doing okay? Chief Meteorologist Bill Walsh. We are making it through a Tuesday, which feels like a Monday because yesterday was a holiday because it was Labor Day. You know what I'm talking about? Feels like a Monday because it's even though it's Tuesday. Here's radar. We've got rain, and there's a lot of it. It's off the coast, and it looks like it's going to make a play for the coast. We've got this trough that's sitting there in the upper levels of the atmosphere, as well as the surface system, and they're both going to kind of back up across coastal South Carolina over the next couple of days. As we get a little closer right now, a couple of showers, Charleston County back on up into northeastern Berkeley and on up into Georgetown and Williamsburg County. So a couple of showers trying to move on into the area. Live picture, speaking of beautiful Berkeley County, out there on Daniel Island. There it is, our home telecom Skycam. There, the DI at the Volvo Car Stadium, looking at a lot of clouds, and the temperature now sitting at 82. You know we got up to today? 84. So wasn't that bad. Temperatures haven't been terrible. Normal's 87, rising barometer 71% on the humidity. As we look around the Lowcountry, we're looking at 80 in Charleston, 82 over in Hanahan, 77 though Mount Pleasant, not bad on Sullivan's Island, 79 by the lighthouse, 80 down toward Folly Beach. Walterboro right now at 81. 82 Somerville, 83 Orangeburg, Goose Creek, Monk's Corner in the low 80s, Kings Tree and Neesmith, the home of Ann McGill, who's rocking the socks up there. She was in Neesmith the other day. They apparently, they had a parade. It was incredible. 77 right now in Georgetown. Did you miss the parade? I missed it. I tried to get there. All right, 7 o'clock, 79, 8 o'clock, 77. So we stay in the 70s. We do have a chance of showers, though, as we move on into the evening and nighttime. Not a giant chance overnight, but again, we're going to keep that chance in there as we, again, look at the weather map that does show this mostly cloudy situation, some showers possible. Then tomorrow, this front tries to back up a little bit along the coast. Again, showers and thunderstorms are going to be a good bet through tonight and tomorrow, but in particular tomorrow. Here's Future Tracker, and this is what I'm talking about. Between now and 11 o'clock, just maybe a couple of spotty showers. But by tomorrow morning, I'll put the clock into motion. Notice a little better chance of coastal showers pinwheeling on shore as that low pushes closer to the coast. This is the upper low. It's not the tropical system just yet. And then even into tomorrow afternoon, then even into tomorrow evening, some on again, off again showers. So really, bottom line means keep the umbrella close by. Overnight tonight, we're going to keep a few coastal showers in the forecast. For our Wednesday, some rain and scattered thunderstorms. And then for Wednesday night, some rain showers continue. On the waters, winds are going to be a little gusty out of the northeast at about 10 to 20. Picking up in the afternoon, some light chop out there with a low tide in the morning. And throughout the afternoon, we'll keep an eye on that. 124 will be the low tide. And with the rip current low, it shouldn't be too bad. That might actually uptick to moderate if this tropical thing continues to develop. And what I'm talking about is this thing off the coast of the Carolinas, really well off our coast to the southeast. 40% chance this develops and heads toward the coast, either as a tropical system or a depression or whatever. It may not rapidly intensify, but it will increase our chance of rain. And like I said, those rip currents, so keep an eye on that. Also, we've got Paulette and we've got Renee out this way. But in addition to those, we've got this area coming off the coast of Africa, way out there. And this has about a 70% chance to develop. And that one we're going to keep a close eye on because some of the models actually develop that quite well. So we'll keep an eye on that. that. Here's a look at Paulette. Again, no factor at this point. May become a hurricane. We'll see. Then it's going to recurve and push off to the northwest. So we'll keep an eye on that as it ducks under an area of high pressure to the north. And Renee, which is way out there to the eastern Atlantic. Again, the good news is, even though it becomes a hurricane, it recurves early. That's the kind we like to see for sure, recurving and staying out to sea. All right, here's the 7-day forecast. And I can tell you this in one easy word: umbrella. Keep the umbrella close by. Next couple of days, good chance for tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We hold at about a 50% chance here on into the end of the week because it's just kind of a wet pattern that we're stuck with right here. Nice temperatures though, in the 80s. All right, what about that drive home, Danielle Prince? How we doing out there?
Everything is moving smoothly right now, Bill. This is a live look here just out to I-26 eastbound and westbound, right out to the merge area. Good spacing in between the cars. They are moving, so that is good news. Live look here out to I-26 eastbound and westbound through the Cosgrove Avenue exit, both directions. Everything is moving just as it should. As you can see, no incidents to report here on our traffic flow map. 526 westbound looking much better at the top of the Don Holt Bridge. We'll be right back.